So hello and welcome to 5 Steps to Successful Home Buying in today's market. I'm Ani from Intero and I'm joined by the wonderful Julie Baxter of Prosperity Home Mortgage Loans. If you have any questions, please feel free to put them in the Q&A and we will gladly answer them at the end of the presentation. Or we can set up a private consultation to help you on your way to buying your next home. So, with the restrictions of COVID-19 and the tragic loss of homes due to the fires and low inventory in conjunction with historically low rates and pent-up demand, buyers today are truly in a unique position. So how do you set yourself up to win in multiple offer situations where you're going up against up to like 36 other offers? And this is a situation that we've actually recently seen in our marketplace. Having an information-based strategy from the very beginning is key. So where do we start? Step 1 is to gather your trusted advisors. Julie and I would love to be the realtor and the lender that you work with, but it is always good to compare apples to apples. Now, you should find ones that deliver the most value whilst building a strong communicative relationship. As a buyer, it's important to have a trustworthy home inspector in your pocket, and I'll happily refer a couple of my favorites to you if you would like that. Now, also, I want you to take a moment to shop around for the right home insurance company for the area and the type of home that you will be purchasing. Additionally, consider if you'll be needing a home warranty company such as American Home Shield, Old Republic, and compare the rates and also the option packages. And you'll have to have all of these ducks lined up before you make an offer. They affect the transaction timeline. After all, the less contingencies you have or the shorter the contingency time frame, the more favorable the offer is in the eyes of the seller. Now let's go to step 2 with Julie.
So let's talk a little bit about how to find out what the best purchase price is for you to buy. So Ani has up on the screen pre-qualification, and I will tell you that there are plenty of online companies that you can go and you can plug in your numbers and you can get what I call pre-qualification. Now, that pre-qualification is only as good as the numbers that you put in, and since you are not a lending professional, they may not always be as accurate as possible. So a pre-qualification is typically a call. You talk to a lender for 10 minutes. The lender knows all the right questions to ask you, and they put together some specific numbers that best fit in your budget and basically give you a number to start thinking about, to look at what the monthly cost would be, to see if that works with what your plans are. But that's just a pre-qualification. It's a verbal discussion with the lender. That just gives you some generalized information, and you will need a full pre-approval before you're going to make an offer. And in reality, you should be fully pre-approved before you really even start shopping to see what's out there that you might want to buy. And a pre-approval is different in that you make an application, you have a credit report run so we can see the debts, we can see the FICO score. You provide all the documentation that supports your income and your assets and any other debts you have. And that allows us to give you a letter. And that letter states to a seller selling their property, hey, this bank says that I have been pre-underwritten. This is a pre-approval letter. This says if I enter into contract in this property and you accept me, that this loan is going to go through smoothly. One thing that we do, and it's quite a process once you get into contract, is that every lender hires an independent appraiser who goes out and appraises the property to give a third-party opinion of what the value is. And so there are some things to take into account because in this market, I would always say, go in with your highest and best offer if you're in love with the property. Sometimes that highest and best offer could potentially be over the list price for sure, but also could maybe be even over what an appraiser may bring in the property at. So let's say an example of you buy $1 million property, you're going to put 20% down, that's $200,000, you would get an $800,000 loan. But if the appraisal for any reason came back at, let's say, 780, and instead of $1 million, came back in at 980, $20,000 lower, then the lender is only going to give you a loan based upon the value of the appraisal. So in some instances, that might require an 80% loan, came in 20% low, you'd have to come in with like $16,000 additional. So there are nuances when you are buying a property that you work with your realtor, you figure out the best pricing, the realtor knows what the market value is for the property, and then you work with a lender to make it all gel and work the best situation for you. I can't underestimate the importance of getting a pre-approval in advance so that you are not stressed about what you can afford. You know exactly how much you can afford, how much room you have to stretch that loan approval if you found a house that was a little over the price that you thought you originally wanted to pay. So that's kind of how lending works. It is a bit complicated. I would say do your homework up front, get your pre-approval nice and clean so that you can look at property and know that it's going to be the property that works for you. Okay?
Fantastic. Thank you, Julie. So let's head off to step 3, doing your homework in advance. Now, have a frank and honest discussion about what you truly want and need out of the home that you will be purchasing. What type of home is it? Is parking or yard space important? The school's important? Now, how much are you willing to spend? So you can prioritize the items and also have a document that you can use and share with your trusted realtor and to help evaluate the available homes as you go and see them. Now, understanding market conditions is also highly important, and I can set you up to receive updates on the areas that you're looking in. Now, currently in Santa Clara County for single-family homes, we have 922 active listings, 1,072 pendings, and 927 that sold in the past month with an average sale price of $1.7 million. Now, for condos and townhomes, we have 1,112 active, 739 pending, with 598 sold in the past 30 days, with an average sale price of $864,000. Now, this data speaks to our inventory shortage, but it also shows that single-family homes are far more in demand, which will drive the price up. Now, so expect homes to sell for more than this price. It also offers insight that it's a slightly more opportunity for those who are in the condo and townhome market. Homes are also showing far less time on market in many lasting less than a week. So you don't always have the luxury of waiting once you've seen a property. This is why going over disclosures and reports beforehand are now important more than ever. Do it before you visit the property. It gives you insight into what to look at while you're there. After all, you might only ever get one opportunity to see a home before you purchase it, and that's one of your biggest assets. So gather the information. It really helps inform the shopping process. Next, I want to talk a little bit about market analysis. So once you found that home that you feel like it's worth making an offer on, let your realtor know right away. They can run a comparative market analysis on the home to help you make a strong offer and understand what that home may feasibly sell for. And additionally, it gives you the insight to know whether the home will appraise at the price you're willing to pay for it and what that would mean if it doesn't. Okay? So let's go to step number 4. Now let's save time and stay safe. Now your health is of utmost importance, and that's why many of us in industry have pivoted to work virtually and safely to limit any chance of contagion. Now with technology that allows for 3D renderings, virtual showings, and virtual open houses, you can experience a lot from the comfort and safety of your own home. Now, you also aren't wasting your time on the weekends running around from open house to open house, and the process has become a lot more laser focused. To keep us safe, and we've also adopted some strict guidelines for private showings, so having a trusted agent is more important than ever. The PEAD, which is the Property Entry Advisory and Declaration, is now a necessary document that needs to be submitted for every viewing day on the day of the viewing. Now, it permits entrance to 2 adults from a household plus the buyer's agent. And this limitation is there to protect all parties, you, me, the sellers, everyone that goes into that home. Obviously, you need full PPE as well. So we're wearing masks, making sure you're disinfected before and you don't touch things, You need to make sure that we want to stay healthy and safe and keep other people that way as well. Also, as showings are scheduled, and they're scheduled tightly now, always be prompt. It doesn't behoove you to tarnish any part of your offer by running late and then causing everything else to fall behind. Okay, step 5 is to act swiftly and decisively. Now, with the market the way it is, the residential, it's really important to move quickly once you know what you're doing. And the residential purchase agreement does say that time is of the essence. Now, this is due to the importance of many of the deadlines that we all have to hit during the transaction. Our current market conditions have made this statements of efficacy extend into the actual viewing and pre-offer process as well. And that is why being ready and educated on the property and the process is so important to how strong your offer will be. Now, the clearer the communication between you, your realtor, and your lender, the cleaner the communication will be to the listing agent and the seller. Now, these relationships are important to how we build strategy of your winning offer and the finesse and the art of how your realtor negotiates on your behalf. Now, guys, I hope this information has been useful and insightful. If you wish to set up a consultation with either me or Julie, please feel free to reach out and we would love to help. So that is goodbye from me. I'm going to check real quick to see if we have any questions that we can answer online, but it seems that we are good to go. Thank you again, Julie, for your time.
You're welcome. I would just say, reach out, ask questions. We have information for you and we're happy to share. So give us a call and we would love to talk to you.
Thank you, everyone. Have a fantastic rest of your day and have a great week. And we hope to hear from you soon. Bye-bye.
Bye.